We did it, boys. We hit 4,000 subscribers on this channel. It's been pumping and I'm so stoked. I think I'm currently on 4,118 at the time of recording this video. It's absolutely mind-blowing that people actually want to watch my crap. So firstly, thank you. I appreciate every single one of you guys that have commented, who have subscribed, who have liked, who have disliked, any interaction. Just thank you so much. I really do appreciate everything, and on all platforms as well. That being said, I've been missing for about 2 weeks. My son has been in hospital and there's just been quite a bit of family drama going on, and I chose not to pick up the camera. We are going to be taking a look at some of my favorite videos that I've made on this channel from inception. Hopefully get a good laugh out of them. I haven't seen them in years. Let's jump right into it. Oh man, this video.
Hey, what's up guys? It's currently 5:15 in the morning.
Oh my gosh. How's my voice? Hey, what's up guys? I was so nervous when I started. I didn't actually show my face on this channel for about 2 years, plus minus.
And I've been lacking a bit of inspiration to get out and do some car stuff.
Sounds familiar.
Obviously most of you guys know that we've got a 2-month-old baby at home, so things have been a bit tough.
Jeez, okay, so my daughter's 4 years old now. She's 4.5 almost. So, I mean, this was some time ago, and now I've got a 6-month baby.
Been lacking.
I'm actually just gonna mute. So this video was a video of me driving. So the car is silver here. It's spark silver. This is what it used to look like. And I filmed on a really old camera. This is my old Canon SX something. I don't remember. I've got a EOS M50 now with a nice microphone and all that. So you can see I've still got the same exhaust, still got the same wheels, still got the same coilovers. A lot of stuff changed in the engine bay, but this is what the car used to look like, and I'll get back there when I've got time. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring this video up because it was one of my first videos where I actually set up cameras in the car. And I went for a random drive throughout Durban, and this is Glenashley that I was driving through, and a lot of people recognize the area. I mean, South Africans, and I go through Umhlanga Rocks Drive, and Umhlanga, if you guys aren't from South Africa, Umhlanga is very much a touristy area. So we're coming into Umhlanga now. This is Somerset. You can see here. I parked off, I set up the tripod.
I ended up watching a couple of YouTube videos.
And I spoke about the car and my plans, and I don't think I followed through with many of them. And then I also revealed that I was bringing in this guy. Anyway, this video, I went to go pick up the car, which was, I talked about How's It Tech. He's a fellow YouTuber in Canada, I was gonna say States. So I followed my old man, we went to go pick up a trailer, and yeah, basically explained the video that we were gonna go to Durban Port, picked up the trailer, we're driving through Durban. Got some non-copyright music playing. 3,000 people watch this. I don't rake the views in anymore, and I know why. It's because I sit at home all the time now, purely because of COVID, and also because I've been having children, and I just can't get out anymore these days. So everything's in the garage or in my driveway, and it can be boring. So I try to do these type of videos and informational videos. Anyway, here we are, we're at Durban Port. This is the check-in. My old man was talking to the guy, where do we go, etc. If anyone ever wants to pick up a car from Durban Port, so you got to drive in here, and then you got to go up here, and then you do a loop, and you land up at the bottom somewhere there. And anyway, see, so we went uphill.
Guys, I was just told that I cannot film by the security guard who saw the camera. Probably should have taken it down before I drove in here.
Yeah, anyway. We drove into the wrong place, yeah, initially. Let's skip a little bit. I remember this. I had a reflective jacket, and over here by the breast there was like a see-through plastic thing where you slip in your ID or piece of paper that says what company name you're from, etc. And I put my phone there, and I had a recording. So this is right here by the sea. Here's the ships coming in. These weren't the ships where mine came from. I have footage from when the RX-7, the silver RX-7 arrived, which I never uploaded because we had issues when we were there, and I got lifted in a van by security back to the main entrance because I wasn't supposed to be there. Anyway, I chose not to upload that footage, but car comes up. You can see how shaky this is because it's sitting in my breast pocket. It's gonna come through in a sec. Come on. Oh, here it comes. Damn it, see the reflective jacket? It was very windy. So I had to tow the car, there was no fuel. That was it. Veil side wing on the back. Mismatched bumper, mismatched door. These wheels are now on the silver RX-7 and the F&E wheels on this car. I mean, it was one of those moments in life that you'll never forget. Picking this up and just the looks we were getting, people leaving the Durban port. Like everyone was just looking. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Just driving through Durban, and whoever came near the car was just like, wow. And like, I'm driving behind it, so I'm seeing all of these reactions, and I'm watching people slowly come past, people taking photos. I mean, this was such an epic day. It was probably not one of the best videos around, but damn, that experience was like no other. And this was the car. It was pretty much stock except for the intakes and the exhaust, but it was only a catback, and then I swapped all the stock stuff from the silver one onto this car, so now it's officially stock. There's absolutely nothing done to this car, which is rather cool. Then I got my MR2. I miss having an automatic garage door. I got a manual one now, so like crank it up. Sure. How's the music? Gangster, little montage going on here. Yeah, still got the sticker. Oh, well, that shopping cart site didn't take off. Actually, none of my merch stuff has. What car is this? Oh, this is my silver one. I had to move them around to make space. It's actually when it drove. Oh wow, this is outside the house here.
So I'm going to be catching an Uber now. It's
very different.
60 kilometers. The car directly to me, but I figured, what's the fun?
Yes. Okay. So I got dropped off by the Uber at Grinrod. And Grinrod is in Amanzatoti, and I went from Umhlanga. And Grinrod brought the car from Johannesburg, and it was super cheap. If South Africans are watching and you're ever wondering how much it costs to get a car from Joburg to Durban, it was $1,200 including VAT. Unbelievable. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I've got a GoPro, and oh, the one in the front didn't land up recording, so it only recorded the rear. Okay. So anyway, it was just a collection video, and it was my initial reactions of me driving around and just appreciating the car, and I was so stoked. Yeah, I mean, there's so much happiness. Jeez, what is going on? I've got a 200 meg line. YouTube is just shitting itself. Oh, I remember this. It was pissing with rain, and I was so scared because Jesus, garage is screwed. This is when I was still renovating the house before we had moved in, putting in new gates and all that. This car, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. I gotta go back, I'm sorry. I gotta pause it there. Come on, turn around. Boom. Jeez, I remember this. I personally dug some of this hole with a spade. So I've reclaimed all of this. So this was a huge bank that came down up to this wall here. I reclaimed all of this, and now this is a parking spot, which is sick. I mean, take a look in that picture. I forgot how badly it looked. Anyway, I was shitting myself in this video because I had read multiple reviews and I don't know, just people complaining about snap oversteer in the MR2s. And I was crapping myself because it was raining. But I still gave it a little bit. And then I think I was concerned about the rain going in the engine bay and like stupid stuff. But this is the MR2, and it was so cool picking this car up and knowing that there's not many around, especially since you can't bring these in as collector's items. And I've still got the car. I'm going to try to keep all these cars for as long as possible. Oh man. So in this video, I take out the MR2 and I went to go troll. Am I wearing the same shirt? I'm wearing the same shirt. 3 years later, I've got the same shirt. This is, I mean, I don't wear this out anymore. It's like faded and screwed, and I pretty much don't leave the house. So why not wear old clothes all the time? Sure, a lot has changed. So I picked up new gaiters, new handbrake gaiters. There's a radio in the car now. I've got a sub, an amp in the car, and I've got a Sparko wheel because this wheel is royally messed. And I fixed the clips. I did quite a bit of repair work to this car. Obviously the front's been resprayed from this pillar onwards, from fenders, everything has been resprayed. So it looks a hell of a lot better. Anyway, I went from here to go troll the petrol attendant. I didn't actually plan it, from what I remember. Maybe wrong, but I want to see how this goes. What's wrong with the internet? Okay, here. So this is Armstrong Rocks Drive, this is the BP.
Exterior, however, is a different story. How's it? I don't need fuel. Just a tire pressure if you can. Yeah. 1.6.
Sure, that was low.
2.2 is fine then. How's it?
Joe, what are you doing?
Good on you.
Hey,
Good, man.
Timber.
It needs work. No, you don't.
He's been at the garage. He's such a cool guy. I try to support him as much as I can. He's such a good guy, and he's been there, I reckon, good 12 years. He remembers my Subarus.
It's from Joburg. Got it 2 days ago.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, this one's for chasing game.
This one is what?
It's for chasing game. Play chasing game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Chasing game. You just meant, yeah, chasing cars.
Yeah, even the design.
Can you check my oil there?
Let's check. Wow, see, brother.
Oil is fun.
Oil is hundreds. I love that reaction. He opens up and he goes, "Ah, you see, brother." First of all, he battled with the latch.
Wow, see, brother.
I love this video.
Oil is fun.
So you know, he calls his friends.
Hey, I got you good. No engine. I'm pushing with my feet.
There's no engine, just pumping.
I'm just pumping. Pump all day, all night.
It must be powerful, eh?
No, not so much.
Not so much.
No, not like the other one. But it's okay.
Hey, you like with the fast car, but
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Alright. Cheers, man. Thanks, sir. Alright.
So this was a cool video. And then from there, I kind of just took it out to do roadworthy.
But it's okay.
And the guys gave me a hard time at the roadworthy, and subsequently I've actually made friends with the dude.
Thanks, sir.
The manager of this roadworthy place lives like down the road, and I always see him at Food Lovers Market and when we're doing shopping, and he's like, "Hey, when you coming to see our car?" I'm like, "Oh, I haven't bought any." He's like, "I must come visit." I'm like, okay. So anyway, they picked up that I had a camera in the car, and then he just said, "Listen, why are you recording?" This dude asked if I want to sell the car. This was a random dude that just, as I was busy leaving, he flagged me down. This was my first check.
I know you just bought it. I know you just bought it.
Yeah.
You're looking, you wanna sell it?
No.
Like, really? I know you just bought it. Do you want to sell it? No, I don't. I get this so often, and the funny thing is, I get this more in this particular car than I do in any of the others. Why, I don't know. This video. Jeez, this intro is old. Pom, pom, pom. This editing was...
What's up guys and welcome to the vlog. I finally got my Apex RFC. Got it under customs.
Yeah. Now how's this? I had so many issues with the FD when it arrived, the silver FD. I couldn't rev past 3000. I tried everything. There were like 6 videos of me trying different things like fuel filter, spark plugs, leads. I had 2 FDs, so I was busy swapping from each one. Both, luckily, we're both twin turbo, so not like it is now with the single turbo setup. I was just swapping parts to try and get it working, and I couldn't get it going. And I had Ben come around, and we set up a little LED and for the diagnostics, and we were trying to figure every damn thing out, and we couldn't. So yeah, got an Apex RFC, which I still have to this day, and I don't know what I was doing in my old man's garage, but I was getting some tools. Oh yeah, Ben came around too. Ben's got super long hair now. Whoa, how's that edit? Sure, I've lost a decent amount of weight since then, and I'm sitting down, so it's like... Lockdown has been good to me in the weight department. Last I checked, I was down 11 kilos. Anyway, stripping the ECU. I had to put the fuel filter back in. I swapped the entire fuel assembly from each car. Jesus, like crazy stuff. Anyway, let's see. I was so stupid. I should have copied the map that was on the Apex RFC just to see what they had on there. But anyway, I couldn't rev before. I think this is my first ever rev.
It's went a little bit higher than normal. Yeah,
Sounds good.
1,300 RPM, 1,400.
Just out of interest, I want to see if the car's smoking on the outside. Nope, no smoke. Nothing at all. So the car just stopped smoking.
I think I waited for the car to warm up. Yeah, I did. So I waited a little while. And I was doing the idle learn here. Doing that hunting.
I just saw something very strange. It was off camera. The car just switched itself.
Wow. I've got a road mark now with a dead rat thing on top, so I don't get wind noise anymore. Or it's not so prominent.
Up, down, and then off.
I think I'm gonna rev it now. Yes.
I'm gonna rev it.
This was such a glorious moment.
Yeah, man of truth. Working, good.
I should have left the car standard. I should have left the bloody thing standard and just thrown on the air filters and an exhaust. I already had the downpipe for the twin turbo setup. I should have just stuck with the flippin' twin turbo setup. I've gone big single turner and I've screwed everything up. I'll get it right, but bloody hell, it was working after this.
Hardly fun, yeah.
This is such an emotional time.
A little bit off cam. The car's been running ever since and it's still revving, no problems.
Like a bloody robot, I didn't show any emotion. I'll show emotion now. Looking back at the video. I think I was just too embarrassed to show emotion back then. I should have been like, oh, it's joking. Asshole, didn't show emotion. So that was cool. So this video. The abandoned R32. This car was sitting in, I forgot the name of the area now. Damn it. Like Riverside, River Horse Valley, somewhere around there, Effingham. And I went to go pick up Gareth, and I put some suspenseful music, and I mean, I really over exaggerated things, and I probably shouldn't have, because there was really nothing wrong. So I found the car on the side of the road, and it was like trees and plants and shit growing through, and I spoke to the owner. I didn't want to film the owner. I did ask him if I could film, take videos, pictures afterwards, which he allowed me to. So here was just me just talking to the guy who was telling me if everything's there and whatever. Then I turned around and we went to go look at the car. And this thing was imported, not so legally. It wasn't the greatest of models. It's a GT, normally aspirated RB20 with an automatic gearbox. But it was still cool to see. And I offered the dude some money for it, and he said no. I actually don't even remember the figures. I mentioned it in another video, and he just wasn't keen. He didn't want to budge. Then I offered him another amount, and then a week later I hear that he just sold it to some other dude for less than what I was offering. So I was pretty bleak on the whole thing, because I did want to pick this car up, and I had just gotten approval from my wife to buy it and use it as a project car. And it would have been so cool now, because I've got the RB20 DET that I'm busy building, and it could have gone in this car and obviously done manual swap and all that goodness. But this was worse for wear. But if you're from South Africa, you know the situation, that it's very difficult to get a Skyline in the country that is not a GTR. You have to be a returning resident to bring one in. You can't just import these. You can bring them in for race use. This one would actually have to be a race car because it's not registered, or it never has been registered. Funny thing, the panel at the back is probably worth more than what the guy paid for the car. This is an illuminating panel on the rear, and it was a rare option from factory that you could pick up these. And I don't know if it worked or if it was broken and water inside, but anyway, very rare. They used to go for about $600, $700. And that was the car really, and just finding something cool like this in Durban, South Africa of all places, on the side of the road, like, wow, mind blowing. Now this.
Yeah, a very special day today because I'm sitting with
This was Duran, who's become a mate of mine. We talk all the time. I went and met up with Russell and Duran. Russell. So I did a montage here, and this was cool. I mean, the guys went crazy. They went crazy in the rain. In hindsight, I probably should have downed the music a little bit for the montage and pushed up the engine noise, but it is what it is. Security guard kept running out. So this S13 had a 1J in it, big turbo. Sounded amazing. It used to rev like 10k plus. Look at this. It didn't really rev to 10k plus. It was a 4-cylinder, now it's a 6-cylinder engine in here, and the speedo rev thing is completely screwed. This was fun. This was one of my first ever features. Then I did quite a few afterwards, but now COVID.
there is a lot done to it, and we're just going to start with the suspension side. So first,
Pretty cool. And then Russell and Duran had a little chat, and this is the first time I really got to know the guys and we become friends. I haven't seen Russ in forever. If you're watching this, dude, hit me up. I know you're a busy man. But yeah, this is cool. And throughout the chat, I threw in these B-roll shots and some really cool stuff throughout the discussion, so you can hear they're busy talking in the background, and yeah, lots of B-roll and all that. It was a cool video. It was my first ever feature. This makes me sad. So this is when I broke my clutch on the 32. The 32 was relatively standard at this stage. I mean, it didn't have downpipes and all that. And I went to a race day, and this was at Matuba. and there was an MR2 that I lined up against. We actually just ended up speaking, and he was pretty much the only one that wanted to race. Nobody else was like keen, because they all thought that I have 1,000 horsepower because it's Skyline. At this stage, it's probably running about 380, 400 horsepower. Yeah, but actually quite a bit, probably about 350 at the time. Anyway, so he was keen, and he had a 3S GTE in it with big turbo, GT35 in it, and you know, I knew he was going to probably beat me up top, so I wanted to launch hard, and that is what I did, and that's when I broke my clutch, right here. Nothing in second. Second was dead. So I let off all the way and I made it to third, and I just couldn't catch it. Yeah, look at this. Well, my interior has changed so much. I've moved all these. It's so much neater now, and that piece of shit's out. Look, there, nothing. Like no power. You can see those revs there. Let's go back. Watch my rev counter. Change to second. Nothing, and then it kicks in again. Killed my clutch, and since then my first gear has like been a bit screwed. I need to throw in an Osgek in, and then I tried racing this thing after. I didn't realize that I smoked my clutch at that time. After that run, I thought something else had gone wrong, and I went through the car, and I mean I didn't smell clutch or anything, so I decided to just give it another go, and the car didn't even want to pull off. So here I tried to pull off. Dead. No power. And I just said I'm done, and I cut it, and that was it for the day. Much sadness.
All
Oh
over
my
the car.
God. Okay. When my black FD came, oh Jesus, how's this intro? A lot has changed. Well, when my black FD arrived, it was dirty, and not dirty full of mud. It was full of pubes, weird pubes, and just have a listen.
The RX-7, and we decided that we're going to try and get the electronics working. So
This car came with so much crap. It had the screen, it had these cup holders, it had an ECC, it had some solar panel thing here. I don't know what it was charging. It had some microphone here. There were like 4 microphones in this car. Yes, it's an automatic. I picked it up super cheap, dirt cheap. This radio didn't work at all. I picked it up dirt cheap, and it was just covered in pubes.
this piece of shit CD player in the front, the car nav with a good tidy up. Planning on doing that now.
I started stripping all sorts of stuff out of this car. But then I think I started showing that I had a 6-disc shuttle in the back, a DVD player in the back, sorry. But it was full of pubic hair.
And pube hairs all over the car, underneath carpets, all over the place, in between the seats.
I had forgotten my camera, not that that other camera was much good, but I was filming with my Sony Xperia phone, which at the time didn't have a decent camera either, compared to these days.
It is so fucking manky. Here's in between the seats.
Look at that.
There are just pubes everywhere.
Is in my pants. This really never happens, you can take my word. I want to apologize, that's just absurd.
I forgot about that edit. Oh my god.
Pretty sure this dude, whoever owned the car, got down in the car. We didn't know that we could actually flop down the seats. So the back seats are down right now. I'm pretty sure this little Asian dude got down and dirty in this vehicle. So we don't have any gloves, we don't have anything here, we just got a bunch of tools, we're busy stripping this shit out.
Okay, I've cleaned this car up a lot. I've really done it justice. It's now completely stock. There's nothing changed in the interior except for the doubled-in CD player that's in there now. And I fixed a lot of things, so I'm stoked the way that it's come through. But it was so manky when it did arrive here, oh my god. Anyway, that was it. I mean, the rest of the video is just cleaning up and ripping up everything. Okay, I just found something. So if you guys remember, there was a video of cars for sale in South Africa recently, and this car was for sale for 240,000 Rand. This exact car was for sale. Oh yeah, I was talking about the beta Meinhof phenomenon. You guys can read what it's about. It's basically, I got my RX-7 and I started seeing RX-7s everywhere. This RX-7 is for sale for 240. I can see toilet paper in reflection. 240,000 rand right now. A buddy of mine has just bought this car. Yes, he's just bought this car, and I think he's picking it up tomorrow actually. It no longer has a rotary in it, it's now got a 1J big turbo, and excited to see, and maybe he'll let me do like a little feature, stand far away, I don't know. But yeah, cool fenders, front bumper's exactly the same front bumper that I've got. It's like a feed style bumper. Veil side wing, the same wing that I've got. I'm not using that wing. And yeah, that's the one. Weird. Old couches. So weird seeing stuff like this. Oh no. I'll just let you guys watch. Wait, context. I sent my car away to get plastic up. It was gone for like a month.
Guys, I don't know how much longer I can take of this. It's been almost a month without the GTR.
See, it was almost a month.
A whole month of just rotary action and a turbocharged Nissan
See, I had the same wing.
Duke. Without the GTR, I've just felt alone. I haven't felt like myself.
I gotta skip some of this, it's so
Wanting to
cringe.
drive, I'm wanting to feel some twin turbo boost.
My acting was really bad back then.
I hear something. I hear. Oh, it sounds like a straight 6. I can't be here anymore. I just need to leave. I just need to go.
I mean, it was a good idea, but it was just very cheese.
What?
The sounds
What
on
is
from
that?
the...
It can't be. It can't be.
This is the first time I actually show the color on the
Oh
channel.
my god, guys, it's my GTR.
Jeez, it sounds like the edit. It looks so weird missing that black Nismo piece that I've got on now. But the plastic does look good back then. .600 horsepower. Yeah, well that never happened. I probably gained like 50 afterwards. I did have big plans for this and that never took off because I started growing the family and bringing in the other JDM cars. But I'm not really bothered. I actually need to finish a couple of things on this. Cool video. Poor edit. And this is my final video. It's one of my favorites.
2016 was one of the greatest years of my life. I decided to start working on the GTR myself. Joined YouTube in June 2016.
June 2016, okay.
I made the cringiest GTR review of all time. So this is it really. This is my GTR.
I remember that. This is my GTR.
I had custom downpipes made. The car sounded awesome. I made a video on how to install a boost controller. I then made a video of how to set up a boost controller. Decided to lose weight, so I removed the rear seats, speakers, and any
Camera is
unnecessary
so bad.
crap from the rear of the GTR. Made a video of boosting the GTR on the road. Got shouted at by my wife. Prepared my GTR for drag racing. Broke my GTR while drag racing. Debadged my Skyline. Realized the paint was bad. I then went on a road trip with my wife. I held a baby crocodile for the first time.
Jeez, I remember this. This was way before my daughter was born.
I made a 2-part video on how to relocate your battery to the trunk. I then made a video on how to import a Nissan Skyline and showed you guys all of my import paperwork. I then witnessed the birth of my beautiful baby girl.
Sure, this is crazy.
She is really beautiful.
She don't cry like that no more.
I decided to start importing a Mazda RX-7 FD.
Oh, I've got to pause on this. Look at these prices. This would have been 2016. 9,000 US dollars, 406,000 kilometers, 5,400. Oh, look at that. I mean, jeez. You won't see it's 4,200 US dollars for this one. 115. It's a 5-speed. If only I knew back then.
I won a black FD at the auctions in
I
Japan.
probably have a fleet of these things.
Cut up the air
So anyway,
vents
this
with
was
GTR and
before
made a
I
1 minute 40-second video showing off the RX-7 in Japan. It took 7 hours to edit.
7 hours to edit this. I was so bad back then. I think I used Power Director
I made a
back
can't
then.
touch this video.
Oh jeez, this thing went viral.
Got a ton of views.
80,000 views in like a week, and then
Removed the video due to copyright claims.
Yeah.
Drove my GTR into the garage. I was pretty pissed off, but I made a video about it anyway. I then created a video and asked you all to pay it forward.
Oh, this
we
is
helped
cool.
out GTR Jimmy.
show me. He doesn't come on YouTube anymore, but he's still on Instagram. So
That was a cool
I
moment.
basically just asked people, hey, hit up
We also hit 500
GTR Jimmy
subscribers.
with
That was cool too.
some
I'll show you
subs.
guys my father's vintage cars. They're old, really old.
Then I made some
I made a
friends.
ton of new friends on YouTube.
There's How's It
Thank
Take.
you guys.
Super guy, I forgot his name. I don't talk anymore. Tangle 01. Godzilla, Dustin.
Sometimes I use the bathroom a
Uh,
day.
your car, bro. Yeah. Kyle,
Picked up
he's
my
like
RX-7 from
blown
Durban
up.
Port.
He's like super
Took it
YouTuber
home.
now.
Started up with 7.
I think I should go back to silver. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of the video. Then I showed it blue
Yeah,
again and did some random shit.
And hopefully in the near future, get a few more JDM cars.
And I wasn't kidding. I said in the near future, and I did. I got 2 more. And now I'm stuck with the same bunch. Guys, that is it for the video. It's been a long one. It's been a crazy ride. I'm almost 5 years on YouTube. In 7 months, 6 months time, I'll be 5 years. 7 months time. Fuck. I'll be 5 years on YouTube. And, you know, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. It's been a hell of a journey. I've made so many friends. I've made, you know, thank you. I'm not even going to talk anymore. Just everyone, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.